So I did an interview on my page the other day, and it's been a lot of controversy over it. A lot of people are saying a lot of different things about it, and I just wanted to get your opinion. Do you feel like recording crimes, because it's happening all over the world right now? Do you feel like there's something wrong with that?
That just depends on who you're speaking to.
Yeah.
Some people will, because of the newer generation, like the older generation, like us.
Yeah.
We see something wrong with cameras. You know what I mean? We see something wrong with recording all this stuff. This certain stuff is for the street. It is what it is. Situations be happening, whatever the case may be. But the newer generation is a little bit different. They got all these cameras, everybody recording everything. And then to top it off, these companies where everybody is, uploading these, this video footage to, they're incentivizing it, for us to, if I put this video up here of somebody shooting, people watch it, I get paid.
I mean, that's kind of like a win-win. It used to be considered snitching, but these days, that's not snitching anymore. And I kind of agree with you, because if you give a person an incentive to do it, then they're going to do it. I mean, a lot of people would do it for free. And that's how I look at the situation. Now, you got some people that say, in Chicago, they do it a lot. They record shootings. I remember you sent me a video. I think it was yesterday or this morning. I'm not sure. But you sent me that video, and I seen the girl walk up, and she said she was going to fight another girl, and the boyfriend started shooting. That's what happened, correct? Could you fill me in about that? Because that was also being recorded.
Yeah, that was a little interesting. When I seen that, I started tripping off that. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, it ain't really funny, but at the same time, from what I read down in the comments, I'm not personally involved, but, we some nosy people, we on this internet. So I was checking through those comments, and somebody said, I guess they was talking about, the other girl was supposed to pull up. So she pulled up, and they were supposed to be throwing hands. And old boy just pulled out and, shot the other girl. So, yeah, it was just kind of interesting. You know what I mean? It was kind of interesting.
And it was all being recorded, correct? I mean, we seen the video, so it's all being recorded. They basically had the phone sideways so we can get the full shot,
Right. At the same time, though, you got to look at it from the flip coin, too. It could have been capped, because it could have been, because when you got blanks, blank is gonna blam the same as a regular. You know what I mean?
So you saying they
have fire to it and all that.
So you saying they might have just was putting on a show for a little bit of fame?
Hey, it could have been. Hey, but then again, it could have been real. They never showed the person. I mean, I don't expect to see all that, but I'm just saying it's the internet, so it could have been either way. It seemed real though. That's what I'm on. It seemed real to me.
Yeah,
but.
But would you, but like in the broad spectrum of all this, would you consider these people snitching? I know I asked you, but is this snitching? Yes or no?
Man, that's hard. I mean, even though you couldn't see nothing, so it's all speculation anyway. But that's kind of hard, man. That's hard. I mean, like I said, it just depends on who you're speaking to. Some people who about that life, and then I even kind of understand it. You shouldn't be recording certain stuff, bro. But I mean, a lot of people, man, this stuff just out of control.
Yeah.
People just handling their business, and there's cameras everywhere now. That's what's crazy. And it's seeming like people don't care.
So I gotta ask you a question. Do you feel like snitching is the new fame? Like people are, getting famous more off snitching than being real people?
No, I could agree some parts of that, but that's not taken away from whoever's talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These people have talent. It's just sad that that had to happen in order for the lights to be put on. Yeah.
So you're saying that even though they snitching before they had talent, and the snitching kind of overshadows the talent, so people still gravitate towards them because they were talented?
Probably. I don't really know, but I do know that it don't last long anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody gets 5 minutes of fame and then it's over.
Yeah, because I don't think it lasts that long. Like you said, like snitching, it's a crazy situation because a lot of people do it in situations where they know they were scared or they know they shouldn't even have been inside that place or situation in the first place. So I look at it like a lot of people think these days that if they tell, they're gonna blow up. It's a lot different. Back in the days, snitches used to get stitches. Now it's like, it's a whole different game. And recording, I feel like people do it because they know they're gonna get some likes and clicks. And I feel like that's kind of like, snitching in a way, especially if you want to post it for the whole world to see because you could lock someone behind bars.
And it is. It is. And like I said, that depends on also who you speak with, because there's going to be people on both sides of the boat. Some people are going to be 100% behind you. Other people are going to say, well, no, you probably shouldn't have been doing it in the first place for the camera to see you. So it is just crazy.
So it's 6ix9ine. It's 6ix9ine. I want to ask you a question. So when we talk about these snitches, a lot of people say 6ix9ine ain't wrong for telling, because he wasn't about that life. And I want to get your opinion. Like, is a person like 6ix9ine, is he wrong or right for telling in that situation? And he was recording a lot of things too and letting the world see.
Yeah, that's crazy. It ain't none of my business, but I'll say that I think that you got yourself into something and you knew what came with it.
Yeah.
And so you shouldn't have went out like that regardless of what happened. But yeah, I understand how you probably felt.
Yeah.
There was some stuff that happened and he felt disrespected by it, blah, 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 from reading that crap on the internet and all that.
Yeah.
But he knew what he was getting into, so you knew the life. And then after that, he did what you did. So it's kind of an ouch.
So it's kind of like he shot himself in the foot type of situation?
Yeah. Because where is he at now? I don't know. Maybe I'm sure he's still getting bread. The boy is talented. He just kind of, messes stuff off.
Yeah.
Ouch.
No, I agree. So I wanted to roll into that situation with Loose Cannon and Nipsey Hussle and the Big U situation. Now, a lot of people are telling on Big U and saying this and that is happening, and you got a lot of people broadcasting the stories on the internet for the world to see. And I want to get your opinion. Like, do you feel like that's gonna ultimately lead to an indictment of Big U, and they should like keep their opinions to themselves, or do you feel like they're doing the right thing by exposing Big U?
Well, that is a super deep situation, but I'll just say everybody need to keep their opinions to themselves. If you know what's going on, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't understand all it. I mean, I do understand the internet stuff because it's for the clicks, but I mean, goddamn, I don't know why stuff got to be so out loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I agree.
But that's something that's plaguing us, though, bro. Like, that being hard factor, bro, is just destroying us, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody want to be tough these days. You don't got many people that want to be a square,
It's not even these days. It's been like that for forever.
No, I mean, I could dig it. People have been wanting to be the tough guy for a while, but I feel like these days it's kind of worse. Like, I think that now you got 14 and 15-year-olds that got guns, and even though it used to be like that, a lot of them is shooting recklessly, and they sending themselves to prison for the rest of their lives, and they don't even care about the consequences like we used to back in the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know if it's any worse. People say that it's worse, but for me, myself, I kind of think it's just a long time ago that people was doing the exact same thing, but the difference was we didn't have the internet.
Okay.
We didn't have, everything wasn't so damn connected.
That's
so now
good point.
You're able to see everything that everybody's doing. Remember when you 12, you in the mirror, you got your dad's gun because you know where it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Close it. So now you seeing everything online. So I know, nigga, gangster. Oh snap! So everything is so connected now. We're just seeing what's going on. That's all.
Yeah. So in your generation, like going back, you was more of the 80s, right? 90s. You was way back. You was 70s, 80s, 90s. So how do you feel like the crime has progressed or decreased over the years?
I don't know, man. I think it's probably I think people switched up in crimes. I think crimes have I'll say they changed.
Okay.
Back in the days, it was certain crimes people used to do because it was old school. But now people do different, high tech. People on that internet, getting people daily, credit cards, and all types of stuff now. So I think the crimes has changed, bro.
They kind of like elevated, in your opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, and with all the shooting, man, it's just with that. I think that stuff has really elevated a lot. I think that's done a whole lot more.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of it is genocide, just people killing their own people, promoting the government's plan, and I feel like that's where we're at a loss. You know what I mean? I feel like we should progress. We shouldn't keep doing the same thing over and over. A lot of the times, a lot of these people are killing each other and going to jail for the rest of their life, and they broke. Their families got to take care of them. It's sad, man.
Yeah, and it's a lot, man. It's too much of that going on. There's no more fades. I guess there's no fades, but after that fade, somebody's pulling out. So I don't know. I don't know what it is.
But like you said, I agree with what you said though. It did happen back in the day a lot. You had a lot of people shooting and stuff like that. It just wasn't televised. So I kind of agree with what you mean. Yeah. It's just these days, you got the internet, everybody pulling out their phone and recording it so everybody gets to see, It used to be like a secret society. Remember the secret society? Like if you did something, nobody knew, but that person was gone.
Right. And it was, and if things happen, you never really knew that these was the dudes over here, like these niggas is the riders over here.
Yeah.
If, you never really knew, but you knew. No, but you couldn't pull no footage out and say, look, see, they did. Everything was a mystery.
Yeah, for sure. Everything was a mystery. Everything was a secret society, like I said. So that's why I look at it and I say, like, a lot of the times people just exposing themselves and they throwing themselves under the bus. So, I mean, they just got to be smarter with the decisions that they make,
Yeah, I seen a video the other day where a dude was recording himself sliding. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell going on?
Yeah, see, he done lost his mind.
Right, and he was like really getting off. Whether he was sliding on somebody, I don't think I seen anybody in the vid, but he was active, bro. And wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. See, that don't make no sense. A lot of the times, though, these people want the fame, man. It don't matter. Like, they rather be famous, man. They want everybody, they slid. They don't care about the consequences. And I always say this. This is my favorite thing to say. When you go to prison, like I've been to prison a few times. When you go to prison, you get in there and there's lifers. People that got life. When you hear them talk, it'll humble you real quick. It'll let you know that they ain't never getting out, and to do stupid things just right off the bat, just jump and do it, bro. That shit gonna throw away your whole life. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't, and they've been down 28, 30 years, It's a sad situation, man.
Yeah, it really is. You get behind them walls, you really see life differently.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You don't look at it the same way. And that leads me into my next question. Like, what do you think about the justice system? Like, how do you feel like the justice system is doing its job, or do you feel like the government is abusing its power and sending people to prison for no reason?
Well, I will say that us as people, we need to do better with, what's that big word that people hate so much? Accountability.
Yes, sir.
People need to do better at, hugging on that word and learning that word and taking accountability for their own actions.
Yeah.
But, they do, I will say they do get it wrong. And there's a lot of bad police. Man, that's deep, that's deep. That's deep.
No, I mean, there's a lot of bad police, but I feel like there's a lot of bad people. And you can't blame the police when people are doing crimes. The police are solving them, but I feel like it's a tendency. The police have a tendency to arrest people that are black and brown more than white people. Now, is that to say that the black and brown people are doing most of the crime? I mean, I don't know, but
No, they got statistics showing that.
yeah,
I think if you want to call it, man, we're all about equal. I mean, it ain't even. If you ask me, this is 2024.
mm-hmm.
I mean, to some people who maybe live in rural areas, they might have a complete different viewpoint. But
Yeah,
people who live in cities and things like that, where you know you have an actual population,
yeah,
bro, it's we see things differently. It's not about color now; it's about what the hell you doing. You know,
yeah.
white people heads off and do stuff like black people cut people heads off and eat their guts out and do stuff. You know, everybody do crazy stuff regardless of
So do
what
you?
race or.
So you, in your opinion, you don't feel like there's any racistness in the justice system?
Oh, there's plenty of that, and that's stuff that you can't really do nothing about. You know, because racist that stuff is in you. You know, as the individual.
Yeah.
And a person, when your boss is trying to give you that, I don't know, racist test or whatever, whatever employees got to take, if you're a cop, whatever the case, psychology, whatever, you're not going to show them that I'm a blatant racist. You know what I mean? You're going to show them that I'm not a racist. I'm for everyone. And then when you go home, it's, fuck everybody else.
No, that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, that's how they be. So they just going to try to, put on a show for that time, and then once they go home, they're going to take their mask off. And I kind of agree with that.
Wolf in sheep's clothing all day long. Can't do nothing about it, though.
Nah, I mean, because that's how people got to be. They got to act to get the job done, and then they be their regular self. Yeah, I just want to know your opinion on that because,
Yeah, something else, though, before we hop off, though, I want to tell you, before we go to something different, it's crazy, though. You know what I mean? People's viewpoints on police and how all police is crooked and stuff, bro.
Yeah. I think
not
every police is crooked.
No, they're not. They're not. They're not. And I'll tell you that you have to also something that I think that people don't look at it like. Police deal with people every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not a psychic. If I see you speeding and I pull you over, regardless whether you tell me you wasn't speeding or not. If I pull you over, I don't mean, you as police or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't know, what's on that person's mind. That's all that I'm saying. It's hard. So I would think of years where, you pull people over, blah, 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 and then they could do something to you. They could pop. There was a incident that happened. It was on a highway. The cop pulled dude over. The cop got to the window. He was supposed to be showing him his ID. He pulled the gun out and almost blew the cop head off. Luckily, he moved, and then dude took off. So the point of saying that is you just don't know what's on people's minds. So the point of me saying all that is that they have very hard jobs, but that still doesn't take away from what they do. And what you got to look at it also is that people in neighborhoods where it's police congested and there's a lot of things going on and they deal with police daily.
Yeah.
Like badder areas in Sacramento that kind of we used to frequent a little bit when, they have different viewpoints than that. They'll say what I'm saying is completely wrong. Police are completely bad.
Yeah.
They have their reasons for that, though.
Yeah. No, I mean, it just depends on where you're at, where you're from. What environment you're in. That's how the police gonna act and treat you. And especially if the police was getting shot at the other night, when they pull up to this car, they're gonna be on high alert because they're gonna think that this car might do the same thing. It's kind of like PTSD, That's what they got to deal with after they go through so many things. Their brains start thinking differently because it might have been and that's where you're right about 2024 because racism, it don't matter. You might have a white boy when they pull up to the car, the white boy might start shooting at him. Or it might be a black person in the car. They might start shooting at him. It might be a Arab person in the car. They're going to start shooting at him. So a Mexican, they might start shooting. So it's a lot of PTSD that the police go through. So you can't call every police a bad person, but you got to realize that the situations that they encounter in their everyday job duties, it's kind of traumatic.
Right. And like I said, it all goes back to that word, that accountability word.
Yeah.
When you interact with this cop, your actions a lot of the time, kind of direct what happens. Sometimes I know there's some bad cops. I'm not saying that there's not.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody, killing me off in the comments on that. But
yeah.
you know, the police is bad and people are bad, and you know, everybody has to learn to work together. If you ask me, on some old "We Are the World" shit or something.
No, that's facts, man. That's facts. But man, that's all I got for this one, man. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get your input on those subjects and situations. Until the next one, man. Y'all stay safe out there. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. I got my boy G on the line. You know, we just spin some topics. Anything you want to say? Leaving out, G?
Nope. Everybody just be safe, y'all. Be safe.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for rocking with us on another one, man. Y'all stay safe.